Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. As you see today, this particular part, I'm alone reviewing the pre-race press conference of the drivers at Mexico Grand Prix. I'm gonna play the press conference, and here and there I will do my honest opinions. I'm sorry about stopping the video, so it's YouTube rules. Let's go, and please don't forget to like this video.
A very warm welcome, everybody, to the drivers' press conference ahead of the FIA Formula One Mexico City Grand Prix. Two groups coming your way. Group one, we have local hero Sergio Perez, Nico Hulkenberg, and Pierre Gasly. Checo, I feel we have to start with you. Just describe the build-up to this Grand Prix for you. It seems to get bigger and bigger every year.
It's pretty impressive. You always forget, when you are on the other side of the world with so many races, you really forget the amount of support you have in your own country. And it's amazing. It's a great opportunity. It's a great experience every single Grand Prix. It's crazy to think that this is the ninth Grand Prix that we've had. I was just joking with some of my sponsors yesterday. Every year we used to do a football game, for the lead up to the Grand Prix, and now nobody can play because everyone has issues with the knees, with the back, So everyone is aging so much. So it's just great, to look back at it, and obviously this year again, I think it's this Mexican Grand Prix, to me, I think it's the best in the world by quite a chunk.
Well, you've been on the podium here before. Let's talk about performance. Just how confident are you in the car and of getting back up there this weekend?
Austin wasn't a good weekend for us. We did lack some of the upgrades. We basically thought that the new floor wasn't as big as it was. It turned out to be in the end with Max. We had a bit of that, and we just didn't get a good weekend. It wasn't a good weekend where I built a lot of confidence. But Mexico is different. It's a different game. It's a different track. So let's see. We got some changes here. So let's see. Hopefully we can be in the mix for the win.
And historically, Red Bull Racing has done very well here. Does that give you some confidence?
Yeah, definitely. I think we've had good races in the past. We've always been competitive. Every year I've been here with Red Bull, we've always fight for the win, for the podium. So I really hope that we can be at that level this weekend.
All right. Well, look, best of luck this weekend. Get further than turn one this year.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Checo. Thank you. Nico, let's come to you now. What a weekend for you and for Haas in Austin. Just give us your reflections on that, first of all.
Yeah, it's been very positive. Scored points twice, and with both cars in the sprint. So, yeah, I think we feel very happy coming out of there. Also, taking P6 obviously at the moment in the championship. So we want to obviously hang on to that, repeat as often as we can. And take that momentum into this week and to next week and just keep building on that.
You were running upgrades last weekend. Of course, you'll have them here as well. Just how much of a step forward have you taken with the car?
Yeah, we've taken, I think, all throughout the year, we've, continuously progressed and, very different to last year where upgrades didn't really come and often didn't work. This year, they do something to the car and, they do enhance the performance. We've started early in the year around China with some upgrades. Miami, Silverstone was obviously a big one. That was a big step forward. And last weekend again, it felt quite positive. But then I think there's more things to learn and hopefully to explore. So it's been very positive, especially when you consider and remember, how we finished at the end of last year and races on Sunday. So hell of a turnaround for us. And like I said, it's great fun. Everyone in the team obviously enjoying it, and we want to keep that rolling.
Well,
all right, I'm sorry everyone for watching this, for stopping at this particular place. I need to do that because of YouTube rules. I'm just going to give a short comment on the both drivers, what they said until now. For Checo, there was some speculation that he will retire at Mexico Grand Prix, but we will see about it. But after that, he said that he's very happy to do the 9th Grand Prix at Mexico City in Mexico. And it's going to be a really interesting thing to see. We always have fun at Mexico. It's a really good race and it's really interesting track to see, but also we have very, very wild fans over here, especially for Sergio Perez. Hulkenberg was asked about his car. He said that from the beginning of this season the car didn't feel good, and they done some upgrades here and there, but the best one was particular last 3 races where they qualified in the point section, and they also finished the race with points, and that was really big upgrade for them and also big success for Haas. Either way, we're gonna continue the press conference and we will see what we have more.
The team has now finished in the points 4 consecutive races. Just how much confidence does that stat alone give you coming into this weekend?
Yeah, I think it's a good positive atmosphere. Obviously, everyone is very upbeat, and a lot of positive things happened in the past few months. And I think that's very good. But then weekend in, weekend out, you have to do a good job. You have to earn it. You have to make no mistakes, because it doesn't take much to come out on the wrong side in the midfield. If you have a little mistake here or there, you could be easily P15, 16 instead of P10. So yeah, we have to convert it again, but I think the performance, the package is decent, but it's down to us now on the operations side to keep performing.
And from a cooling point of view, we saw a few issues last year, particularly on Kevin's car. Are you confident there won't be a repeat of that this year?
Very confident.
All right. Thanks, Nico. Good luck this weekend. And Pierre, let's come to you now. Let's get a review from you about Austin. You were running upgrades on your car. Qualifying looked great. A few issues in the race. Just talk us through it.
Yeah, I mean, best qualifying of the year. So I will say definitely some good positives to take away from the weekend. Looking back at a couple of months ago, we started in Bahrain on the last row. The keep still, kept focusing on developing the package we have, and eventually got to P7 last week in quali. So very pleased to see some good evolution with the car. The other side on Sunday, it wasn't a good race, not well executed. Fortunately, we lost quite a bit of time with the pit stop, struggled a lot with the hard tire, and lost the good start we had. So quite gutted not to convert this good quality into points, but at least there is definitely some hopes and encouraging signs that we're going to be able to fight slightly further up the top for the remaining races.
Pierre, you talk about car evolution. Just where was it better in Austin?
Well, and to be fair, all around the track, like just in terms of overall potential, just can carry a bit more speed, tiny bit better on braking. Just have a bit more grip available. So still set a balance. You got few things to improve there and there that we got to work on. But like all the cars, down the pit lane, no one's gonna hit that perfect balance. But in terms of overall potential, I was pleased to see Q1, Q2, Q3. We were able to put laps good enough always for the top 10, and that was definitely encouraging.
Yeah, for Alpine, it was really starting to look good from let's say from Silverstone onwards, but then the last 2 races or 3 races, I can remember exactly, they started to go downward. They couldn't really figure it out how the upgrades were making the car look a little bit slower than the others, and then Haas just overpassed them, and also Aston Martin. And now now we can see even RBs are really fast, the Visa Cash. I'm really sad about it, but Alpine has upgraded the car now. Also in Austin, they did some upgrades to the car of Gasly and to the Ocon, but we will have to wait and see how they are going to perform in Mexico. Let's move on.
Remember the European season when you got those consecutive points finishes? Do you feel you've now got the car underneath you to get back somewhere close to that?
It's not gonna be easy. I think at the minute, looking at the Haas the top 4 is out of reach, but after that, actually a very tight battle between the Haas, AlphaTauris. We saw the Williams performing very well at the moment, and I still believe we're probably lacking a tiny bit to be consistently there. But we're going to have our chances. It's 5 more races. I'm sure there are going to be 1 or 2 tracks where we'll be able to be in that mix. And for the guys, personally, it's important for me to get a few more points before the end of the year.
Well, look, just final one from me. News broke this morning regarding something that's not Formula One, but you have a football team. You now have a paddle team. Tell us more.
Yeah, very exciting news. Just became a paddle team owner this morning. Entering the 8th team in the Hexagon Cup. So it's a new competition that started last year in Madrid. There are big names in there: Leo Messi, Andy Murray, Rafa Nadal, who all got their own team, and many others. And it's going to be exciting to have my own team competing against these guys. So it's going to be start end of January next year. So for whoever is available on that weekend, they're more than welcome to come and watch the event.
Are you going to play?
I'm not going to play myself. These guys are professional, and it's quite a fun format where you got professional players with also like amateurs and youngsters. So you get 8 players in total, and it's quite a fun tournament. But I'll try to be there to support my team. Yeah.
Nico's good with a racket. You going to ask him to play?
I haven't seen him yet, but why not? Try to get his focus away from F1 a bit.
Tennis, not paddle.
All right, let's open this to the floor. Broadcasters first, please. Yeah.
Hi, this is Roland Rodriguez from DAZN Spain. A question to Checo. Checo, it's been 10 years since Hermano Rodriguez come back to the calendar of Formula One. I would like to know how you felt the evolution of this Grand Prix, home Grand Prix for you.
Yeah, it's been incredible. I think already since first year was very big. The event, the people were really enthusiastic, and I think it won the award for the best Grand Prix for like 4 or 5 years in a row. And I think now it's just a lot better. So yeah,
because of the difference in the cars, and also because of Ferrari's 1-2, you're now in a 3-way fight for the Constructors' Championship. How much extra pressure does that put on you this weekend, on what is already a massively pressurised weekend, and how do you cope with that?
Well, I think the numbers and that facts will remain internal with the team, with the engineers. We know what was the delta, having Ferrari there, I think doesn't change anything. I think we want to win the constructors, finishing second or third. The end is no difference. So we really want to win it. For that, we need to have both cars with the best possible performance and best possible package as well.
Okay, thank you. Next one.
Diego Mejia, Fox Sports Mexico. Question to Pierre. There's been a lot of talk about the guidelines for racing following all the penalties in Austin. Are you happy with those? Are they delivering what is intended from them? Maybe if the other drivers can comment on it.
New guidelines, you say? But after Austin? You mean the one previously to Austin? No, I think Austin highlighted that there is definitely something that's got to be changed. I think there is the rule as it's written, and there is more the common sense on how you want to approach racing. I think there is this gray area at the moment which allow us drivers to benefit from the regulation in a kind of unfair way of approaching racing, and I think this is something which I guess we all agree, and which will be worked on with the FIA on how to improve things, because there have been a couple of incidents which got us kind of like on a split or mixed feelings on the decision that came out of it, and I think we all need some clarity on and a bit better written rules to improve the racing for the future.
Let's bring in the other two. Nico, could we get your thoughts on this?
I think it's also a bit track dependent, and obviously Austin is, particularly turn 12 is always, every year it's one of the hot spots where that happens easily and a lot. I don't know. I mean, sometimes it works for you, sometimes it doesn't. It's part of racing, and we'll see going forward what we come up with.
I agree with what Nico just said. I think Austin is really the worst for it in terms of track layout. Turn 1, turn 12, even turn 11 can be quite difficult in that regard. So, can go in your favor or against you. And I think here, for example, it won't be an issue.
Okay, thanks all. Next one,
Hi, Alonso Cabral from TUDN Mexico. A question for Checo. Checo, last year was very disappointing for you first, of course, but for all the fans also. Do you see this year as a revenge, as a rematch for what happened last year? And what can you tell the fans about last year's incident? And what do you expect now this year to be different?
Well, when you look at it, I arrived into turn 1 and I was leading. I was in front. I obviously took a risk that it didn't work out. I've been on the podium for the last 2 years in a row, so I really wanted to go for the win. I had the opportunity, and I went for it. I think hindsight, the easiest thing would have been just to back off and finish on the podium again. But I really wanted to go for the win. I gave it all, and I think as a racing driver, you have no regrets when you give it all. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and as long as I give it all this weekend again, and I don't leave anything on the table, I'll go home happy regardless the result. So that's my main target, to give everything to these people, because the amount of support I get here, it's pretty insane.
No, we'll just keep this in English. If we could just go to the next question, please.
Over here, Checo, Gabriel Martinez, TV Azteca. Checo, you have incredible moments in the Mexican Grand Prix, but now you'll be sharing track alongside Pato Ward. So how do you think this will affect the energy of the crowd and the weekend itself?
It will affect. How it will affect?
Yeah, how it will.
Well, I think it's great, for the fans. In the past, we had Esteban. That was also, we had 2 Mexican drivers at the time, and it's really hard for a country to have one Formula One driver. So to have 2 racing at the same time, it was just a unique moment. So it's great for the crowd, and I hope Pato can get an opportunity soon, in a team to be a racing driver in Formula One.
Well, I think that was the end of this part 1 of the press conference of the drivers, the first 3 drivers of this press conference. It was interesting, as they said about Austin. It's like a particular track that for someone it's beneficial, and for someone it is like hell, especially at some turns, because the track is really bumpy, and it gives you a penalty where you are most not expecting it. And we saw that at Austin what happened. But here in Mexico, the track is much more reliable. It's much more straight, and the asphalt is much more like really good in all means. We will have to see what's gonna happen. The Alpines have a really big optimism, let's say like that, for them to be on the points this weekend, but also Haas is been showing that they are really strong in the last 5 races, let's say like that. Also, we will have to see what Red Bull will do, because Checo Perez has been struggling from I don't know where, like Miami, I think, something like that. He's been struggling with the car. Even though they drive the same car with Max Verstappen, he's not even trying to perform as he did in last year and the beginning of the season. I think that's it, guys. Thank you for watching this video with us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. If you have something to add up, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.